What if everything you believed about your family wasn't true? What if the child you raised, fed, loved, and sacrificed everything for wasn't yours? And what if the person who knew had been lying to you for 7 years? This is one of the most painful stories we have ever come across, and every single word of it is real. Lisa and David met when they were both 24. By 27, they were married. By 28, they had a daughter named Ella. From the outside, they looked like the perfect family. A nice house, date nights, birthday parties with homemade cake. But behind closed doors, their marriage had been struggling for years. David worked long hours. Lisa felt invisible. They had become two people sharing a house rather than a life. And then Lisa made a mistake. One night, one decision she would spend the rest of her life carrying. She had an affair. It lasted 3 months, and then it ended. She never told David. When she found out she was pregnant, she told herself it was David's. She needed it to be David's, and so life went on. Ella grew up loved, deeply, genuinely loved by both of them. David was the kind of father who showed up to every school play, every sports day, every single thing that mattered. He coached her football team. He read to her every night. He called her his little shadow. For 7 years, life moved forward. And then one routine visit to the doctor changed everything. Ella had been getting frequent infections, and the doctor wanted to run some blood tests. Standard procedure, nothing alarming. But when the results came back, the doctor quietly asked to speak to both parents privately. The blood type didn't add up. It was medically impossible for David to be Ella's biological father. Lisa has described the drive home from that appointment as the longest of her life. David didn't speak. He just drove, both hands on the wheel, eyes forward. When they got home, he sat down at the kitchen table and he asked her one question, just one. "How long have you known?" Lisa told him the truth. All of it. For the first time in 7 years, every word of it. David sat there in silence for what felt like an hour. And then he got up, picked up his car keys, and left. He drove to his mother's house and didn't come home for 4 days. During those 4 days, Lisa says she barely slept. She kept checking on Ella, watching her sleep, trying to figure out how to explain something to a 7-year-old that she couldn't even explain to herself. On the 4th day, David came home. He sat back down at the same kitchen table, and he said something that Lisa was not expecting. He said, "She is my daughter. She has been my daughter for 7 years, and that is never going to change. But I need you to understand that I will never forgive you for taking that choice away from me." They went to therapy. It was brutal and honest and painful. Their marriage didn't survive. They separated 2 years later. But David never walked away from Ella, not for a single day. He still coaches her football team. He still reads to her. She still calls him Dad, because that's exactly what he is. There is a difference between biology and family. David didn't choose the situation he was put in. He didn't choose the lie. He didn't choose the pain. But he chose Ella every single day, without hesitation. And Ella, now 14 years old, knows the full story. She was told when she was old enough to understand. And when she was asked how she felt about David knowing the truth, she said, "He's my dad. That's it. That's the whole story." If this story moved you, please subscribe to Chapter 1 Official. Every week we bring you another story that reminds you what it really means to be human. This was Chapter 1. See you in the next story.